All right, everyone, welcome to another video. Next week, I am heading out to London for work, and I am bringing my photography equipment with me. And as I was packing, I thought it would be an interesting idea to do my own little what's in my bag video and show you what I bring. So I'm going to split this into two sections. I'm going to do one section about my photography equipment, and then I'm going to do a second section about my vlogging equipment and show you what I'm using for each of those things. So let's jump into it and get started. All right, so first off, my photography equipment. So my main piece of equipment that I use is my Sony A7R2 camera. Actually just back from the shop. It had some video problems, so I'm excited to have it back. I use this for most of my photography. It's a great camera. Then, what about my lenses? What do I bring? So I bring probably too many because who knows what I'm gonna shoot. So I want to have as much versatility as I can, so I bring a lot. So my main lens that I use most of the time is the Zeiss 24 to 70 millimeter f4. Great all-around versatile lens. This is actually what spends most of its time on my camera as I'm walking around taking shots. Then for the landscape photography and skylines and things like that, I use the Zeiss 16 to 35 f4 lens. Great for those landscape shots and those wide angle shots. Really love this lens. Then for my telephoto, I use the Sony f4 70 to 200 lens. This is my little particle cannon that I like to mount. Great lens. I've taken some really great shots with this one. And then my last lens for my A7R2 that I bring with me is the FE 55 millimeter 1.8 lens. This is a great lens. I love using this for walking around and doing street photography. Having that 1.8 aperture is great for evening and night shots. It just sucks up all that light. It's really great. I love this lens. Also, you get some great bokeh with this. Then for my tripod, when I travel, I use this Slik hiking tripod. It's only like 2.4 pounds, so it's great. It doesn't go as high as a normal tripod, so it's a little short in some instances, but I feel like you really make up for that in the the weight savings that you get from a small tripod like this. Certainly makes it much more easy to walk around with. Then, of course, I bring some filters with me. What I usually bring with me is I bring a circular polarizer lens. I bring an Indy 64 lens, and then I bring an Indy 1000 lens. So the polarizer for those skies and those vibrant blues, the Indy 64 for slowing down that shutter speed if I need to, and then the 1000 if I really want to smooth out any water or clouds or anything like that. So those are the lenses. To save on weight and space, I don't bring any of the smaller filter sizes that I have. So what I use is the filter rings. So this allows you to use a larger filter size, and then you can kind of step that down to any of the smaller thread sizes. So I have the 67 to 72 millimeter thread size, and then that allows me to go from the larger, the 72-200 lens that I have, and step it down to any of the smaller lens sizes that I have. Also bring my Giotto Rocket Air. This is great for getting dust off your lenses, getting dust off of your sensors. This is the travel size. It's the small size that they have. I also have the large one, but it just takes up space. So this is great for traveling with. I also bring the Sony remote trigger for the camera. This is great for taking those long exposure shots when you don't want to bump the camera. So it's got a little connector to connect to the camera. It's got a little IR receiver, and then it has the trigger here. This is good. Love this thing. Of course, I bring lots of extra batteries. Anybody that knows Sony cameras knows that they're great cameras, but their batteries don't last very long. So I bring 5 different batteries for my A7 so that I can stay powered all day long. Of course, I bring lots of memory cards. And then I also use the Think Tank memory card pouch, and that's where I stick those babies. I bring the Peak Design camera strap. This is a great little versatile camera strap. This is the strap Lite. It's a little bit smaller than the larger camera strap that they have, but it has really smooth motion for lengthening it and shortening it. It's got their little patented clip design that allows you to clip stuff right into it. Super easy to use. It's great for switching between all the different things that you might hold on to. I also bring these Zeiss pre-moistened lens cleaning wipes. These are great for using on your lenses, but also your phones and everything else. These are really great. Always bring a stack of these. Of course, can't go anywhere without your microfiber cloth to clean everything up. Perfect. Then I also bring a Anker power pack with me. This thing is awesome. It's like a jillion milliamps or something. I forget which one it is, but this is great. I use this to power all my devices throughout my trips. I bring with me the Peak Design pouch. This is great. It's a very expandable. It's got lots of pockets inside for your batteries and your cables, your lenses and everything like that. And you can fold it up really small like that, or you can expand it as you put more stuff inside of it. It's got little loops back here for their clips. So if you want to attach it to the strap or something else that you want to use. It's got loops for belts, clip on the front, great little pouch. So I carry all of this in the Peak Design everyday bag. I love this bag. It is so awesome. I'm sure that many of you have seen reviews of this bag. It's just so fantastic. The outside material is great. It's water repellent. It's got these great side pouches that you can open up the bag and access directly. You can get your camera equipment. It has these movable internal dividers. It's just a wonderful bag. I did get the 20-liter version of this because I actually bought the 30-liter version and it was just, it was actually too big for me. But now that I've been using it, I wonder if I should have stuck with it because it allows some more space. But overall, love this bag. Does a great job. And then I always have with me the Peak Design capture clip. This was actually the first thing that I bought from Peak Design, and it is such a great piece of equipment. It's something that I wanted for all the hiking that I do. And it is a camera clip for your backpack. It has a little plate that comes off the back so that you can attach it to your backpack strap. It has this little Arca Swiss compatible plate on the front that allows you to attach it to your camera, and then you just slot it in here. You can tighten it down so it's not moving around all. And then sitting there on your backpack, you can just grab it and pull it right off of your strap and then start taking shots. It's a lot more convenient than a strap because it doesn't get in the way of your backpack or anything like that. It's just a great piece of equipment. I really love everything that Peak Design does. All right, now let's move on to some of my vlogging equipment and what I use for vlogging. All right, so my main vlogging camera is the Sony RX100v. Fantastic little camera, a little pricey, don't get me wrong, but it's got a 24 to 70 millimeter lens. It has a 1-inch 20 megapixel sensor. It's great, it's fantastic. It can shoot super high frame rate, like 960 frames per second video, so that you can slow down those videos to super buttery smooth action. It has a fully articulating screen so that you can see yourself when you're taking video. It's great. Often I get asked, what are these little babies up here? These are little fuzzy windbreaks for your mics up here so that you kind of cut down on your wind noise. But wonderful camera, love this thing. I also use the Gorillapod a lot for doing my vlogging and the very kind of traditional Casey Neistat, stick the camera up, hold it out, and record yourself as you're walking or doing whatever. Great, versatile little tripod for you. I use the GoPro a lot. This is the GoPro Hero 4 Silver. It's a good little camera for taking a variety of the vlogging shots and action shots and stuff like that, and allows you some versatility in a little small package. Good camera. I actually sat on this thing for like a year and a half and almost never used it. And now that I've gotten into the vlogging, I use it quite a bit more now. And then for a lot of my footage that I use in my vlog, I got this Steadicam from Zhiyun. This is the Zhiyun Crane M. So this is the smaller version of their crane, version 1, 2, 3 or something like that. But so it can't support as heavy a camera as the crane can. This can go up to like 650 grams, but that's enough for my GoPro, enough for the RX100, even enough for something like the Alpha 6000, 6300, 6500 camera with not too big of a lens on it. So still a really good crane, a really good glide cam, makes really clean, smooth footage. So I'm really happy with this thing. And then also with this thing, it came, the package I got on Amazon came with this little stand. This is definitely a life changer. When you're doing your footage for your vlog and you're walking around with this thing and you want to take a shot or do something else, it's a pain to have to try to figure out how to put this into your backpack. So just sticking this bad boy on the bottom, and then it allows you to set it down anywhere you are. Definitely, I recommend using something like this if you're using a glide cam of some sort. All right, and then I bring my trusty little iPad with me. This is the new iPad Pro, the 10.7 inch. I really got to say that Apple has come a long way in their iPads, and it's still not a laptop or a desktop experience for sure, but the kind of apps and stuff that you can use on the newest iPads are fantastic. I actually do quite a bit of my Lightroom modifications and editing on the iPad. Again, not as good as the desktop version of Lightroom, but still really good. I also use an app called LumaFusion on the iPad for a lot of my video editing. Again, not as powerful as something like Adobe Premiere, but a good job for really basic editing if you want to toss a vlog together. Really good, and it's just a lot more lightweight than something like a MacBook Pro, and so I love this thing. And then of course I have with me more cables and connectors than you could imagine. All these things have their own power cables, USB-C, micro USB, lightning, whatever, all that different stuff. So I bring a ton of that stuff with me. Another thing that I bring with me, which is really useful, are these little rolls of Velcro straps. I use these to wrap cables and anything I want to attach something to something else. These are super useful. They just, they come on Amazon, and they're just these rolls, and you can tear them off and make a little strap. It's great. I dropped it. So but these are super wonderful. You should definitely get some of these. All right. I hope everyone found that interesting. And if you liked it, go ahead and click that like button. If you find my videos interesting, I would love for you guys to subscribe. Send me any questions in the comments here if you have anything about my equipment. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my London video. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.